Ça nous rappelle des souvenirs, Yokohama.
Yokohama 99's cross streets. Aw, it's not even close to Chinatown. So much for us getting a decent meal on this trip, huh?
Well, then how about on the way home we take ourselves a little detour? Maybe.
Tsukumo's place is way out there. Want to take a taxi?
I suppose we could. But why don't we hoof it? Yeah, we could see the sights.
I guess I'm on board with that.
Allez à Yokohama.
Why is this always happening? Really, guys?
Let's hit it. Yo, hold up a sec, Todd. Nonsense over there.
That's not what I said. What'd you call me? What the? Hey, what are you filming me for? Knock it off!
Chill out, man. Why do you care? I don't see anything that says I can't record here.
Enough! Stop!
Just give me a reason. You have one? It's a free country, isn't it?
Whoa! Hey! What gives?
Ça a l'air d'être une joyeuse bande de petits connards.
Man, a big old gust just came through, right?
Yeah, crazy. Just now it whooshed right over.
I told you! Put that down! Come on!
Kids don't seem to give any fucks about people these days.
Agreed. So much for seeing the sights, huh?
Well, you're thinking what I'm thinking, aren't you?
Do you have to ask?
So, anything else you want to accuse us of? I'd say you must be losing it, Pops.
Goddamn brats!
I got that one. He called us goddamn brats. You picking on high schoolers, man?
No, I just don't want you loitering in front of my store. That's all I said, okay? So stop disturbing my customers.
That part's not gonna make the video.
Wow, is that one of those new smartphone models? May I?
What the hell?
Damn, the camera on this thing's amazing, man. Your parents buy it for you?
Holy crap, he kicked Sakaki down.
You must be seeing things, kid. Anyway, your smartphone's kind of dirty, don't you think? Let me see.
Hey! Give me my phone back!
You want it back? I'll give it back, but only if you put this poor restaurant owner's sign back up first.
Asshole. You think you can fuck with us? We're gonna kick your ass!
Jeune délinquant. J'aurais pu dire jeune fou. Hein. Alors, le serpent. Le style du serpent est idéal pour se défendre contre les frappes rapides. Il est particulièrement adapté contre les ennemis armés. Parade, dévier les attaques dans toutes les directions. Il faut utiliser L1, désarmement. Prive l'ennemi de son arme, ça c'est sympa. Attraper un ennemi avec rond, ça j'aime beaucoup le faire. Puis appuyer de nouveau sur rond tout en le tenant. Appuyer une troisième fois au bon moment pour le désarmer. Ne fonctionne pas contre les ennemis puissants. X neutralise immédiatement un ennemi effrayé. Lorsque la jauge X est chargée, appuyez sur triangle près d'un ennemi effrayé. Forcément, il m'attaque quand je lui tourne le dos, lui. Ils sont malins. Hein. Ah bah, la petite glissade. Hein. Ah. Vas-y, vas-y, vas-y. Mais non, mais sur lui, oh là. Voilà. Trophée charitable. Hein. Ok. Le bon timing. Putain. Je suis resté enfoncé sinon. Voilà. Encore une bonne action de fait.
That stings like a bitch!
For fuck's sake, these guys are monsters.
C'est ça les gars, barrez-vous.
Yo, was that Aikido just now? Oh, don't tell me you've been training at a secret dojo or something.
Just more of my own thing, really. Figured I'd find a way to hold back for punks like them. Here, this came from one of those kids. Your call what to do with it.
You really didn't have to, but thank you. Those were students from SEIRYO High. You'd think private school kids would be better behaved, but they're just as immature.
They look like a bunch of entitled brats.
They'd learned some manners the hard way in Kamurocho.
Well, we've got our fair share of unsavory types. The Yakuza, not to mention those Yokohama Liomang gangsters. Those kids wouldn't dare to mess with them.
So they're selective about their targets.
Yes, they'll only harass you if they think they'll get away with it.
Think they'll be back for more?
I certainly hope not. Anyway, I sure am glad you stopped by. Come to think of it, you're the only ones who've ever intervened. I take it you're not from around here?
Yeah, but we might end up staying. For a while at least. Ever hear of a detective agency called Yokohama 99? We were on our way there right now.
I'm afraid that doesn't ring a bell.
That's alright. If anything, we should get going.
Sure. Oh, but before that, please take this with you. Consider it a token of my gratitude.
Bracelet. À propos de l'équipement, porter de l'équipement vous permet notamment de renforcer vos défenses, de réduire les effets des anomalies et d'explorer plus facilement la ville. Vous pouvez obtenir de l'équipement dans des boutiques lors de mini-jeux en terminant certaines affaires secondaires. Alors jetez un œil en ville et voyez ce que vous pouvez y trouver. Comment s'équiper, appuyez sur l'appli, inventaire, équipement. Donc on se retrouve en fait comme dans... C'est comme dans Like a Dragon. Alors, notre téléphone. Alors, aptitude, j'ai déjà commencé un petit peu avec les PA qu'on récupère. J'ai notamment boosté un peu ma vie. Mais on a tout un tas de trucs. Alors déjà, selon chaque position, on peut apprendre et renforcer des techniques. Bon, il y en a, ça coûte ça coûte un peu cher. Nos objets. Alors on peut mettre nos bracelets. On n'est pas très loin. ici.
Yokohama 99. Yeah, that's the place.
Whoa, not too shabby, guys.
Yo.
Ils ont un sacré QG.
If it isn't the man of the hour, Yagami-shi.
Le pirate informatique.
Gentlemen, welcome. How are you?
This
Prendre masqué.
first he falls off the radar. Now he's got this sweet office.
Il est rapide, hein.
Shit.
You're still quick as a thief. Maybe a little quicker, actually.
Well, I'd say thief isn't very fair.
It was stealing.
Oh, come on. You know I wasn't doing it to line my own pockets, right? We took from the powerful and gave to the powerless. It was altruism. And it's all in the past now, so let's just leave it at that.
The place is nice, though. It's kind of familiar, even.
It should be. You're our inspiration, Yagami Detective Agency. You guys are the goal. For sure. So, how about you guys take a load off? If you're ready, I'll give you guys the briefing.
Say what? A briefing, man?
Let him go over what we know.
I've actually got an agenda for today's meeting, too.
An agenda?
Just roll with it. Give him a chance. All the detective talk has made him go a little overboard. I'm sure it'll work itself out.
It's all good. Imitation really is the sincerest form of flattery.
To sum up why we called you, we've been seeing a major upward trend with these kinds of cases. What do you think? Care to take a wild guess?
I'll give you a hint. It's not a problem you'd find in Kamurocho.
So, it's specific to Yokohama?
I know. It's gang warfare. The outfits running Chinatown are at each other's throats, and you guys sort out the aftermath.
Well, we did just hear about the Yokohama Liuma. They're a gang, right?
Yeah, the Yokohama Liu, whatever. They're stirring up shit as we speak.
Actually, we haven't run into any gang-related activity at all. No, what we're dealing with isn't so conspicuous. I'll just tell you, it's bullying.
Bullying?
Sometimes parents ask us for evidence to prove their child was bullied. Fairly often, they want these bullies taken to court immediately.
They'll also want to hold the schools accountable, but none of that happens without solid proof.
How old are these kids?
Most of them are in middle school. Research shows that boys at that age experience a sudden spike in testosterone. This leads to outbursts to assert dominance, compounded by the irrationality of an immature brain.
J'adore comment il dit ça.
Scientifically, this potent mix of impulses often manifests as bullying.
Yeah, I call that puberty.
But that would apply specifically to boys, right? You're getting cases with girls involved too, aren't you?
Ah, with girls it's more likely rooted in oxytocin, a brain hormone that also has links to bullying. See, oxytocin fosters feelings of attachment, regardless of your gender. For instance, scientists have observed that a mother's oxytocin levels surge when looking at her child.
And then it's not always a bad thing, is what you're saying.
Indeed. Did you know it was oxytocin that enabled cooperation among our primitive ancestors? Ancient matriarchs were particularly vulnerable during childbirth, thus requiring communal support. So you could kinda say the survival and reproduction of our species was largely oxytocin at work. After all, raising a child in the wilderness would have been impossible alone. However, this intense social need bore a dark side. Individuals who failed to contribute were shunned and eventually condemned. Let's say there was a villager who never put in his fair share. All he did was eat the crops. If that became the norm, nobody would work until the village was on the brink of starvation.
And by then it'd be too late.
Precisely. That's why these offenders were punished. Primitive as it was, punishment equated to justice, a necessary measure for society's greater good. And societies with a stricter sense of justice were the ones who endured in the long run. To put this into focus, these people are our direct ancestors.
So from a science perspective, modern-day bullying is just primitive?
More like it's hardwired into our nature.
Hormones are fucked up, huh?
I wouldn't chalk it up to just that. However, we humans do tend to reject what's foreign to us. Whether we're socially awkward or simply misunderstood, those who don't conform are ostracized. That's how it's been since time immemorial. The misfits of civilization are deserving of punishment. All over the world, no matter where or when.
Sympa un petit peu de sociologie et de biologie. Alors tous ces livres traitent du harcèlement.
Looks like you guys have been doing your homework.
Tsukumo-kun's the one hitting the books. I'm more in charge of the fieldwork.
Makes sense.
Le harcèlement doit être un véritable fléau vu la quantité de livres
Here's
à ce
another fun
sujet.
fact while we're at it. An act of betrayal also increases the human urge to punish the offender. In those cases, the act of punishment floods the brain with dopamine, triggering an instant rush of pleasure. In other words, serving justice can feel just as good as eating or having sex.
Sure, but that's where we have to draw the line. Justice can't be twisted into joy, or it stops serving its purpose.
Very perceptive, Yagamishi.
So, back to reality. What's this big case that needs all the manpower?
Ah, yes. Our client is the chairman of a private school. He wants us to scour the campus for any and all instances of bullying, leaving no stone unturned. That said, he also requires us to be discreet.
How big is this school?
Let's see, there are 6 classes per grade, making 18 in total. So
Ça
approximately
fait des
600
élèves.
students. Given that, Sugiurashi and I couldn't possibly vet them alone.
We'll be meeting the chairman at a restaurant tonight to lay out the specifics. How about the two of you come join us? We could use the help.
Man, for a couple of rookies, you sure have it together.
You guys are free until dinner. Oh, we already made the reservations in Chinatown, by the way. Think of it as a little welcoming party. The restaurant's name is KYOINRO. If you could meet us there, that'd be great.
Sure. You didn't have to do that.
Par contre, pour l'instant, on n'a pas vu le lien avec le tripoteur du métro et le mec qui a brûlé.
Let's hit it.
Alors, notre objectif, c'est là-bas.
KYOINRO. Looks like this is it.
Are you almost here, Yagamishi? We went ahead and sat down.
Actually, we're right out front.
Excellent. Just give the host my name.
Will do.
Was this the same guy living in a net cafe not too long ago? He sure has come a long way.
Yeah, at this rate, he'll leave us in the dust.
Without further ado, allow me to introduce Yagamishi and Kaito-san, the gentlemen I mentioned before. They are, without a doubt, the finest private eyes in Kamurocho.
Ah, yes. Tsukumo-san here has certainly been singing your praises. My name is Okuda. I'm the chairman of a private high school, SEIRYO, if you've heard of it.
SEIRYO High. Isn't that where those kids were from?
Yeah, the ones from earlier.
Is something the matter?
We actually ran into some of your students today. There must have been 7, 8 of them. They were harassing a restaurant worker and recording it on their phone.
Oh boy. And I'm guessing you didn't just stand and watch?
You bet your ass we did. Had to knock a little sense into those brats.
You mean there was an altercation? Perhaps I should pretend not to have heard that.
Come on, pal. Why don't we cut the formal crap and tell it like it is?
Because that would be unprofessional, Kaito-san.
Chairman, we'd like to start investigating tomorrow. So would you mind sharing any background information you may have?
Certainly, yes. Our administration has a very firm stance against bullying. Yet no policy is foolproof, and each situation is unique. We continually ask ourselves, are we taking proper measures to foster a supportive environment? Or, if enmity is already prevalent among the student body, are we addressing their concerns promptly enough? I believe the key is prevention. Stop bullying before it starts.
And you're hiring detectives to help?
Oh, yes. See, as this thought was dawning on me, I happened across a sign. Yokohama 99, it read. I visited your webpage, actually, and I discovered just how well-versed you were at this very matter. At that moment, I knew fate was guiding my hand.
Sounds like you walked right out of a commercial.
In most situations we've dealt with, we knew who the problem was beforehand. All we needed to do was get the evidence. But in this case, we don't even know if there's a bully in the first place.
Hence why we called in the reinforcements.
So, I take it you have some sort of plan?
Of course. We're going to start by spreading hidden cameras throughout the school, anywhere that bullying is most likely to occur. This footage should provide a detailed snapshot of student interaction that would otherwise go unnoticed. Then, after a 2-week test run, we'll compile our data and present our initial analysis.
Nothing beats a good old-fashioned spy cam.
Yes, but if one of these spy cams were found, the whole operation could be compromised. As such, our pair of experts are intimately familiar with the complexities of human behavior, ensuring these cameras remain hidden.
Damn, you make me want to hire us.
This secret stays between you and us, Chairman. Not even the guards or teachers can know. Do I have that correct?
You do. I believe the more people who know, the more likely it is this would get out. At any rate, I've heard Yagami-san here has tackled many a difficult case in Kamurocho. I'm glad to have such a reliable detective on the job. You have my full confidence and backing.
They just keep raising the bar on us, don't they?
So, Yagami-shi, if there's anything you'd like to ask the chairman, now's your chance.
Hey, good idea. You might learn a thing or two from watching the master at work.
Way to put me on the spot, guys. But might as well.
Alors, qu'est-ce que je devrais demander au proviseur? Pourquoi avoir engagé des détectives? Bon, on le sait, pour traiter son problème de harcèlement. Pour ce qui est du litige avec vos élèves, et s'il y a une preuve de harcèlement, je peux recommander du canard laqué.
In the event we do uncover bullying, what action would you take?
Of course, we would provide appropriate counseling, in addition to notifying the local authorities.
Wouldn't that mean increasing the teacher's workload? Interviewing students, filling out paperwork. That could lead to making people not want to bother reporting it.
Sad to say, I can't rule out that possibility. The teachers have so much on their plate as it is. I doubt they'd volunteer to look for any extra trouble. That is why we must strike at the root of it.
What if you offered your staff a bonus for catching any bullies in the act? I know that'd motivate me.
You don't think that'd backfire?
Actually, it might be worth considering. But the fact of the matter remains, bullying has no perfect solution.
Could you
On va en
elaborate on
profiter,
why
hein,
you're
on
going
va
the
tout...
detective route for this?
Like I said, my goal is to nip any bullying in the bud before it can grow any worse.
And it's not enough for the teachers to be on full alert?
Unfortunately, no. I'm afraid I can't fully trust whatever they jot down on some report.
Alors, que s'est-il passé pour que le proviseur doute de la parole des professeurs?
So, we never actually resolved this, but we did get into a scuffle with your students. No one got hurt, but how do you feel about that?
Well, I'm afraid I have to remain ignorant of that.
Fine. But let me tell you one thing. Next time I see your students harassing someone, it's gonna be lights out. The kitty gloves are off.
Toujours très délicat, hein, notre ami. Hein.
That also part of the Yagami Detective Agency package?
Okuda-san, you mentioned you couldn't trust your teacher's reports. Why is that?
Human error, I suppose. Behavior can be ambiguous, and it is difficult to notice every little detail.
Your first response seemed to hint at something else.
Yes. Yes, I suppose it did.
Can you tell me what's going on?
Where should I begin? You see, folks, it has been almost 4 years since the suicide of one of us.
Là, le lien avec
The poor boy hung himself at home.
le flic. Il a dit que son fils s'était suicidé, il y a un truc comme ça.
At least. We established a committee to investigate, but they never turned up anything. Neither did the court.
Wait, you were taken to court?
Yes. One of the students' parents filed a lawsuit. Now, there were online postings that may or may not have hinted at bullying. But the prosecution never found substantial evidence, and the court ruled we were in the clear.
If I can ask your honest opinion, was there really no bullying, Chairman?
I would like to believe there wasn't. But I may have been too far removed from the classroom to say that in good faith. Every day I watch our students come to school, and what I see are young, happy kids. They're all so full of life, with bright futures ahead of them. However, around 2 months ago, we lost contact with one of our student teachers. Everyone assumes it's a mental health issue.
The hell? Don't tell me he got picked on too.
That could have been the case, but I didn't get enough details to say for sure. From what I'd observed, he appeared to be getting along quite well with the students. But I later heard his family had reported him missing.
Un élève qui se suicide, un prof porté disparu, ce lycée n'est pas très net.
At the end of the day, I'm asking you to shed light on the darkness that's plagued my school. That is why I went the detective route.
Ok. Pour le fun.
Hey, Chairman, you a big fan of Peking duck?
Oh, it's very tasty.
Isn't it? It's one of my personal favorites. Nothing like biting into warm, crunchy duck skin. Oh, and it's gotta be slathered in that special sauce.
Are you eating okay, Yagamishi? You can place another order. If you could get back to the case, I'll make sure to keep your plate full.
And he tells me to keep it professional.
C'est l'autre qui me chambon, tout le monde a l'air un peu plus détendu. Qu'est-ce qu'on fait maintenant? Bah, on a fait le tour des questions. Hein.
I think this conversation has been enlightening. Any thoughts, Tsukumo?
What else is there? I suppose we'll have to see when we get there. We may have more questions then.
That would be fine.
All right then. Time to dig in or what?
Are you really pretending you waited? You've been nibbling this whole time.
Oui, c'est ce que j'étais en train de me dire.
You call this nibbling?
Il a bon appétit.
Hey waiter, I want to place an order. And tell your chef, I hope his kitchen can handle this heat.
Je l'adore.
I take it this place isn't exactly cheap.
Don't you worry about that, Yagamishi. The bill's on us. It's your welcoming party, remember?
In that case. Excuse me. I'm ready to order too.
On a déjà plat sur la table. Cette bande de quoi. Alors, 2 nouvelles infos ont été ajoutées au dossier. Suicide au lycée, suspect potentiel mise à jour. Scénario de l'affaire mise à jour. Tiens, ouais, si on veut voir le détail. Affaire principale. Ah, c'est le même, comment dire, la même présentation qu'on avait à l'époque. Avec les dossiers. Bon, lui, on a des infos sur lui. Pas de preuves. On n'a pas encore d'affaires secondaires. Les intrigues, il n'y en a pas, il y a des rendez-vous. C'est pour dire un peu la largeur du jeu, le spectre. On va avoir bien sûr une quête principale, narrative, qui va être notre fil conducteur, mais il y aura également tout un tas de quêtes annexes qui s'ajouteront.
So, how was that for your first day's work? I realize that meeting was a lot to take in, but the task at hand seems pretty straightforward.
Oh yeah. What was that you said about using hidden cameras?
Ça va être pour nous, ça.
Tomorrow we'll be deciding where to put them. We don't have all that many, so you know. Oh, and we'll be dressed as AC repairmen.
Réparateur de clim, ça.
You gonna make us wear uniforms?
Of course. Freshly laundered and ready for duty. As you may recall, only the chairman is aware of our investigation. We must therefore deceive both student and faculty.
Sounds like a plan to me. For now, let's call it a night.
You've got a point there. In any case, try to make yourselves at home. Apologies in advance if you find our amenities wanting. I'm a night owl, so my work's just starting. I recommend you get some sleep for tomorrow. If you want to close your eyes for a bit, the couch is surprisingly comfortable.
J'ai pas fait gaffe, mais il a combien de claviers, lui?
Ichicho's not such a bad town. And the Chinese food, top notch. Besides, these kids got nothing on our usual Yakuza flunkies.
Alors, quelle poisse? Qu'est-ce qui t'arrive? Je fais du shopping sur internet et j'ai acheté 2 fois le même skateboard. Oh, ça va être un cadeau pour nous, ça. Comment t'as fait ton compte? C'était une édition limitée disponible uniquement par tirage au sort. Alors, pour augmenter mes chances, je l'ai précommandé sur 2 sites. Ah bah bravo. J'ai été sélectionné sur les 2 sites, j'ai reçu le 2e hier. Tu peux pas le renvoyer ou le revendre. Les retours ne sont pas autorisés et c'est vrai qu'il se revend 2 fois plus cher que le prix d'origine, mais si tu peux le revendre le double prix, c'est encore mieux. Tu vas te faire un peu d'argent. Et hors de question. Si longtemps que je vivrai, je ne laisserai personne revendre un objet. Personne, vous m'entendez? Qu'est-ce qui te prend? On n'a pas l'habitude de le voir dans cet état. Il déteste les gens qui revendent des objets car un jour il a voulu acheter une figurine super rare et il a été obligé de se tourner vers un revendeur. Ah, phénomène de société, hein, le scalping. Hein. Je savais pas. J'ai acheté un jeu édition limitée 3 fois plus cher que le prix d'origine. Je ne voulais pas cautionner cette industrie honteuse qui fait flamber les prix, mais il me fallait ce jeu, tu comprends ma souffrance. Alors c'est ça qui est bien aussi dans... Enfin, qui est beaucoup plus présent dans Jugement que dans, par exemple, Yakuza Like a Dragon, c'est ces phénomènes de société. Alors, il y en a quand même hein, dans Yakuza, mais je Je me souviens que c'était beaucoup plus présent et beaucoup plus large dans Yakuza. Bon, ça reste très ciblé. Là, par exemple, on a un phénomène très concret. Hein. Pour ceux qui cherchent une PlayStation ou une carte graphique, ils savent ce que c'est. J'avoue que j'ai du mal. Tu vois maintenant pourquoi je suis bien embêté avec mes 2 skates. Si tu passais le deuxième à Yagami, ça pourrait être pratique pour se déplacer aux 4 coins d'Incho. Ouais, c'est une bonne idée. Qu'est-ce que t'en dis, Yagami? Moi, il ne me sert pas grand-chose vu que je ne peux pas le revendre ni le renvoyer. T'es sûr que ça te dérange pas? Tu me remercieras plus tard. Tiens, la prochaine fois que tu résoudras une grosse affaire, tu n'auras qu'à me payer un bon resto. Ok, ça marche. Nice. Trophée au passage. Génial. Au fait, tu as le droit de t'en servir en ville, mais interdit de rouler sur les trottoirs, c'est dangereux pour les piétons. Ouais, on va faire ce qu'on peut. Oh là, pourquoi il fait cette tête-là? Qu'est-ce qui se passe? Les bisous en face de la gare font une édition limitée de la figurine Star d'Amour sortie à l'occasion du 5e anniversaire. J'ai eu l'info un peu au hasard sur un forum, mais ça n'a pas l'air d'être un canular, il me la faut. Un revendeur est déjà sur le coup. Attends, on a encore du boulot à terminer avant demain, comme vérifier si toutes les caméras cachées fonctionnent. Je dois me dépêcher, si je laisse passer cette occasion, je vais encore devoir me retourner vers un revendeur. Je suis désolé, mes priorités au travail. Eh bien peut-être que... Ah, cette tête. Ça c'est une mission pour nous, hein. C'est bon, j'ai compris. Tu ferais ça pour moi, le type est déjà en route, tu veux bien y aller maintenant? Ah, c'est pour utiliser le skate en fait. Détective, skateur contre le revendeur. Fais vite, Yagami. Si j'en crois l'heure à laquelle il a posté son dernier message, il devrait arriver à la boutique dans 3 minutes. D'accord, il faut juste que je sois plus rapide que lui. Je compte sur toi. Tiens, voilà 20 000 yens. Eh ben, bonne chance Yagami, n'oublie pas qu'il est interdit de rouler sur les trottoirs. Alors, fais attention à ton trajectoire. Fais chier, je pensais qu'il disait ça comme ça, moi. Alors, sillonnez la ville, montez sur votre skateboard pour parcourir la ville à toute allure, sortez dans la rue, puis XR2 pour commencer à courir et monter sur votre skate. Essayez de collecter des points de skateboard en forme de pièces sur votre route, vous aurez peut-être une belle récompense. Il existe plusieurs skateboards possédant leur propre capacité, un style unique, obtenez-les tous. Alors accélérez, appuyez sur X pour vous élancer sur le skate et prendre de la vitesse. Vous n'accélérerez que pendant un court instant, vous devez donc agir en conséquence. Si vous accélérez bien, votre planche laissera des traces au sol. Plus les traces sont épaisses, plus votre accélération est efficace. Sautez avec rond, maintenez rond, puis relâchez pour sauter plus haut. Donc on prend appui et on lâche tout. Après un saut, vous pouvez enchaîner sur un grain ou un slide pour glisser sur les rails. Se mettre le truc là. Merde. Ah, c'est sympa, il n'y a pas trop de bagnoles. Oups. Je retire ce que j'ai dit. Merde.
Excuse me.
Ah oui, j'étais en train de me dire, c'est un peu dommage, je pensais qu'au début tout allait être narratif, qu'il n'y allait pas y avoir du texte comme ça à dire. C'est un peu dommage, je trouvais ça bien que tout soit narratif, mais bon, dommage. J'ai entendu dire que vous vendez une édition limitée de la figurine Star d'Amour. Ouais, mais elle n'est pas donnée, vous savez, je la vends 20 000 yens. Ça tombe bien, c'est la somme qu'on m'a donnée. Toujours intéressé, bien sûr, je la prends, c'est un plaisir de faire un verre avec vous. Oula. Yakuza économe. Je suis arrivé trop tard. C'est vous le revendeur dont on m'a parlé? Tsukumo. Donne-moi cette figurine et partez. Vous interférez dans une affaire très importante. Premier arrivé, premier service, désolé, je la garde. Eh bien, dans ce cas, je vais vous l'arracher des mains.
No way.
La vache, elle a tant de valeur que ça, cette figurine. Un peu plus costaud que les autres. Merci Egami, grâce à toi je possède maintenant une magnifique objet de collection et je n'ai même pas eu à dépenser une fortune auprès d'un vendeur. Il voulait tellement cette figurine qu'il s'est jeté sur moi, elle est si rare que ça. Un peu mon neveu, le propriétaire de Les Bisous, ne devait pas être au courant, mais c'est un échantillon de couleur extrêmement rare qui ne se fait plus du tout. Ce coloris n'a donc jamais été commercialisé, il n'y a donc que 2 exemplaires de cette figurine dans le monde. En effet, c'est plutôt rare sur le marché. Elle peut se revendre dans les 300 000 yens. Si ce n'est plus. La vache. Tu comprends maintenant pourquoi ce type voulait absolument l'acheter. Petite merveille ne pouvait pas finir entre les mains d'un vulgaire revendeur. Moi, je serais capable de l'apprécier à sa juste valeur. En tout cas, j'ai bien fait d'empêcher Sugiro de revendre son skateboard. Sans lui, je n'aurais jamais eu cette... Oh si, à pied, on avait le temps. Maintenant, je vais pouvoir me concentrer sur mon boulot. Je parie que la mission du lycée sera une réussite. Affaire secondaire réussie, c'est notre première. Bon, elle était étroitement liée à la trame principale, on est obligé de la faire. Alors, je ferais bien de rester là aujourd'hui. Se reposer dans le canapé. Petit matin, l'odeur du café, le soleil qui se lève.
Yagamishi, remember those uniforms I mentioned yesterday? You'll need to put one on before we go. They should be a perfect fit. After all, there's no information I can't find, body measurements included.
Yeah, I don't doubt that. You've never been one to miss a detail.
Alors à propos des déguisements, vous serez parfois amené à vous déguiser pour dissimuler votre identité. Il vous suffira pour cela d'utiliser l'appli inventaire et de parcourir l'onglet déguisement. Vous devez ensuite sélectionner le déguisement approprié pour pouvoir le porter. Les déguisements ne peuvent être portés que lors qu'une enquête le requiert. Oui, ça je me souviens bien. C'était un peu dommage, il y avait des costumes sympas. Il n'y aura plus qu'à descendre et à choisir tenue de travail. C'était déjà ça à l'époque, hein. Je me souviens, on jouait les électriciens. Ah, la fine équipe.
What's up with those guys? They sure look like men on a mission. But for what?
We will now commence our journey by taxi to SEIRYO High. Gentlemen, are we all ready? Remember, this case can open up a lot for us depending on how we solve it. So let's leave no stone unturned.
Don't worry. No case is too big or too small. We always swing for the fences. Ain't that right, Tom?
Know it.
Good. Then let's get going.
Alors j'ai l'impression que le lieu où on doit aller, Il est accessible à pied, on n'est pas obligé d'y aller en caisse. Hein.
Ah, you must be the repairman. The chairman said you'd be here. I take it you know where you're going?
Yes, but thank you anyway.
Ooh, this place reeks of money.
They are a prestigious prep school.
Wonder if the kids are on recess.
So, our first order of business is to analyze the layout of the school. The schoolyard should provide the proper vantage point. Let's head there. It seems this school's design is fairly conventional. See, there's the classroom building, and that must be the gym.
By the way, how many spy cams do we have?
20 in total, all of which feed directly to my computer.
Think we ought to split them up between us?
We could, but that might draw extra attention. We stick out enough as is, so people will wonder what we're doing alone. But if we moved in pairs, they'd write us off a lot easier.
Clever as always, Yagami-shi. Huh. That reminds me of something. When a con man pretends to be a cop, they'll usually bring along a partner. It seems the added person adds legitimacy, unless you're a natural skeptic. All that is to say, Yagami-shi knows his material.
Hear that, Tom? You should have been a con man.
Very funny. So, how about Kaito-san and I take half the cameras and you guys take the rest? Where are they, anyway?
Right here. Now, these cameras don't see very far, but they do see wide. 150 degrees, to be precise. So let's try to set them up where we think a bully would be most likely to strike.
So, we just gotta find the teacher's blind spots, eh? You're looking at a natural, buddy.
You would brag about something like that, Kaito-san.
Better stop before I blush.
All right, guys, I think it's time for action.
Okay, Tak and I'll start here. And you guys can work your way around opposite us.
Affirmative.
We've only got 10 cameras, so we gotta use them smart. Of course, the shoe lockers. Bet all kinds of teen drama goes down here.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. That's where you drop love letters to your crush. Or challenge your rivals to duels.
Dude, what century did you go to school in?
Look, whatever.
C'est un peu son expérience à lui, quoi.
This place is worth at least 3 cameras.
3 carrément.
That many, just for the lockers?
Yep. See, a school never has that many blind spots. So when you do find one, you make it special. And this one's pinging my radar pretty hard here.
Huh. If you're that sure, let's do it.
Ah, ça se fait tout seul. Je pensais qu'à un moment donné, il allait falloir trouver des endroits...
Tsukumo reporting in. I see you've set up a few cameras already. Feed is coming in nice and clear. You guys are doing awesome.
Thanks. How's things on your end?
We just finished with the back of the gym. Next up is the classroom building.
Copy that.
All right, Tak. Just follow my lead.
Je te suis mon pote, hein, c'est toi qui as des histoires.
Where are you, Talk?
Ah mais il y a un objet à récupérer. Ah, je trouve ça frustrant. Ah. Bon, je pense qu'on aura l'occasion de revenir. Ils ont l'air perdus.
The boys will handle this floor. So let's go up one more.
Gotcha.
Every bully loves a good pair of stairs. Pushing someone down them ruins their day pretty quick.
You think it's really that often? Still, it is a blind spot.
Yep, close corners make for poor visibility, making this a #1 choice among assholes.
You don't say.
Alright, then let's get a camera here.
Ça fait 4.
Alright, let's move up to the next floor.
Yagamishi, are you perhaps on the second floor?
Yeah, we're about to start setting up.
Okay, we're almost done with the first floor, and we'll be heading to the east building after. I think we can handle that all on our own. So can you finish up the second and third floors here?
Sure, not a problem.
Splitting up for a bit shouldn't hurt. How about I take the second floor and you do the third?
Works for me.
Voyons voir un endroit isolé qu'on ne repart pas facilement. Je dois installer 3 caméras. Par où commencer? Je vais aussi en installer une sur ce palier. On trouve un autre endroit. Ah, quelque chose là. Toilette homme. Les profs peuvent difficilement surveiller les toilettes des garçons, mais je ne sais pas si c'est très légal d'installer des caméras dans les toilettes. D'un côté, je n'ai qu'à éviter les urinoirs. Bon, trouve un autre endroit. Qu'est-ce qu'il fait là, lui? Agent d'entretien, il est en train de fumer.
I'm kind of busy, in case you couldn't tell.
Ouais, il est en train de fumer là. Voilà un autre angle mort. Si je peux pouvoir installer la caméra, il va falloir qu'il s'en aille. Alors, mode observation. Lors de vos sorties en ville, vous aurez parfois besoin d'inspecter une zone ou de mettre la main sur des indices bien cachés. Ok, mode observation, L3. Bon, on l'a déjà vu ça, si quelque chose vous interpelle, appuyez sur X. Ouais. C'est un rappel, bon c'est bien.
Hey.
Il a retiré l'étiquette de la bouteille. Il a rempli avec de l'eau du robinet, peut-être qu'il cherche à faire des économies, ouais. S'il y a des problèmes d'argent, je pourrais peut-être acheter son silence. Il fume. Moi, je l'ai vu, il y a la clope.
What the?
Alors, ce ne serait pas de la fumée de cigarette. Il est interdit de fumer dans l'enceinte du lycée. Il doit sûrement s'engrailler une en cachette. Je pourrais m'en servir comme monnaie d'échange. Ouais, ça me plaît bien, moi, ça. Il n'y a pas des détecteurs de fumée, là? Attends. Je peux discuter avec lui, hein. Ok, ce type doit bouger coûte que coûte. Place à la négo. Alors, on a le choix. Ah, ça, c'est bien. Je vais vous dénoncer pour avoir fumé. Vous vous prélassez, je vais vous dénoncer. Je vous donnerai 1000 yens si vous décampez. C'est ridicule, ouais, non.
I'm pretty sure smoking's not allowed in school. Should you really be doing that here?
Oh, you saw that, huh?
Bah oui.
You, keep this between us.
Ah,
Can.
fil du
But in
blé.
exchange, I'm gonna need this area clear.
Yeah, sure, no problem. Just don't tell anyone, okay?
La bouteille, c'est pour mettre les mégots. Bien, on a mis nos 3 caméras. Ça devrait le faire. Toutes les caméras sont installées, je devrais retourner. Marquer tout.
Kaito-san, I'm done setting up the 3rd floor.
Same. I've hit up every blind spot I can think of. Thing is, I've still got 2 cameras left. Maybe this tight corridor might be good. The teachers probably passed by without a second glance.
Hey Kaito-san, don't you think we should be installing these in classrooms? Isn't that where bullying primarily takes place?
You might be right about that. But we couldn't cover every classroom if we wanted to, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, fair enough. Nice to see you putting so much thought into this.
So, as professionals, we'll just have to make do with what we've got. We should set this camera up wherever we can get the broadest view. How about the ceiling in the middle of the hall? Then we'll see everyone going in and out of class. Okay, Tuck, I'm gonna give you a boost. So make sure you find a good spot for that thing, okay?
Uh-huh.
Pas très discret. Hein.
You know, we totally could have done this during recess. Everyone's just staring at us.
Too late to whine now. Just do what you gotta do and be done with it.
Huh?
Ah, c'est les petits cons qui ont attaqué le mec au resto.
You saw them, right? Those kids who started trouble at the restaurant.
You noticed too, huh?
Classroom 2-2.
Sounds like we've got some bullies in there for sure. That'll be a prime spot for the last camera.
Alright. Just make sure they don't see your face. Let's roll.
Ça communique les deux, non?
Excuse me, but I don't recall there being an inspection today.
Oh.
Sorry to be in your way, ma'am. We won't take long.
I understand, but nobody notified me we'd have any interruptions.
Yeah, and nobody notified us this school hired such gorgeous teachers.
You know what?
Quel
I
dragueur.
don't seem to recognize either of you. Probably because our usual repairmen were here just last month.
Can't say I know anything about that. We're just here doing our job, man.
You can call me Sawa-sensei, not ma'am, and you're in my classroom. Forgive me, but Who may I ask called you here?
Alors, elle ne nous fait pas vraiment confiance. Qu'est-ce que je réponds? Il faut parler du proviseur. Le proviseur nous a engagés. J'invoque mon droit de garder le silence. C'est comme ça que vous traitez les gens.
It was the chairman who called us in. I had assumed all teachers were notified.
Oh, the chairman. Well, I suppose I should leave it at that then, hmm?
Well, when you say it like that...
Did he make this appointment with you directly?
Yep, sure did. So, thank you for your business.
And I'm sure our chairman gave you his name?
His name? Oh, well, that would be...
Oh là là. Ando... J'ai oublié. C'est où ça? Oh là là, attendez que je me souvienne. Alors, ça doit être Monsieur Okuda.
Okuda-san. How could I forget?
Yes, of course. I'm sorry for being so rude.
Ah, no problem at all, Teach. By the way, anyone ever tell you how stunning you are? I'd say you're just my type. My dream gal, even.
What?
Ignore him, please. Like I said, we'll get this done quick and be out of your hair. And we're done. Sorry again for the disturbance. We'll be going now.
Ils nous ont peut-être reconnus.
The hell was that, Kaito-san? You forget we're working here?
Yeah, but man, that chick's the spitting image of a teacher I had a crush on. One of my few good school memories.
What, so that makes me the bad guy?
All right. Back to work. I get it.
This is Tsukumo reporting in. Yagamishi, please respond.
Hey man, we just finished setting up the cameras.
Good, so did we. Could you and Kaito-san meet us at the gymnasium then? It's empty at the moment. I thought we might as well check the camera feed and discuss what to do moving forward.
Got it. Then we'll see you at the gym.
Le gymnase.
Excellent work, gentlemen. All cameras are fully operational.
So, now all we do is sit back and watch?
Something like that, yes. By the way, Yagamishi, I noticed you installed a camera in a classroom. Did you find a lead there or something?
Yeah, that classroom had those problem kids from yesterday. Thought they'd be worth keeping an eye on.
Aha. Well, nothing unusual's turned up yet.
Guess we'll have to watch and wait. If there's any bullying happening at this school, this is a surefire way to find out.
Sur le toit.
As it is, there's something about smoking in school that makes it feel twice as good.
You're awfully nostalgic today, Kaito-san.
Yeah, well, my school wasn't as fancy as this one. Plus, I dropped out after a year.
Uh-oh. Guys, check this out. I think we may have found something.
What is it?
This is the classroom where Yagamishi set up the camera.
Ah,
Class
sa
2-2.
mort. Ok. Ah ben voilà.
Now they're picking on a girl.
Did you see that?
Voilà, elle prend un marqueur, elle va lui écrire dessus, non? Sur sa main.
No, they're writing something on her? With a permanent marker?
Yo, talk.
5 contre 1. Quel courage.
No way I'm letting that slide.
Yeah, this is a problem.
Hold on, Yagami-san.
What now?
Looks like they got what they came for. They were already leaving the classroom.
Man, why's nobody helping her? It's like they don't even want to see it. Kids think this doesn't involve you?
Let's go, Kaito-san. I want to see what happened with my own 2 eyes.
Yeah.
I suppose we should report this to our client. I didn't expect to find anything this quickly, though. But now, we have irrefutable evidence that bullying is real here at SEIRYO. We'll have to take this up with the chairman and see how we should proceed.
Doc, that's her. The girl we saw on camera.
Let's get a little closer and see how she's doing. Hey.
Quelqu'un a écrit salope au marqueur sur le dos de sa main. Mami Koda, ça doit être son nom. Ah. Elle fait peut-être semblant de dormir pendant la pause, difficile de lui en vouloir après ce qui s'est passé. Est-ce qu'on peut regarder d'autres choses, hein? C'est là on a mis notre caméra.
Suspicious.
Heureusement qu'il y a le truc qui pop, hein, parce que sinon... Ce sont des chaussures d'intérieur, ça n'a pas vraiment d'intérêt pour mon enquête, ouais. Son sac, moi j'aurais bien vu un truc avec son sac. Ah, non, chaussures.
Suspicious.
Je n'ai pas pu voir son visage sur la vidéo, mais je ne peux pas la réveiller. Ah, elle a peut-être tout. Elle a l'air gentille, pourquoi c'est toujours les plus faibles qui se font harceler? Bah, c'est plus facile, hein. C'est de la lâcheté de toute façon à la base. Hein. Yes.
This is Tsukumo, paging Yagamishi.
C'est pas évident, hein, quand tout est au même
I've
endroit.
just reported our findings to the chairman. Could you meet us here? His office is on the 3rd floor of the east building.
On our way.
Faut remonter. Trouve pas suspect les mecs que les types d'éclimes se soient pointés. Dit 3ème. Hein. Il est grand, dis donc, ce bâtiment.
Please, come in.
Huh? You're that teacher.
Sawa-sensei, wasn't it? To what do we owe the pleasure?
All of these men are detectives?
Yes, and I'd like you to keep their identities a secret. These gentlemen here are Yagami-san and Kaito-san.
I see. Very well then.
Eh ben, elle a du boulot avec cette classe.
I've explained the situation to Sawa-sensei, our homeroom teacher for Class 2-2. Why don't you both have a seat?
I knew something was wrong. But I could never put my finger on what.
The girl being bullied. Her name's Mami Koda. Do I have that right?
Yes, she's in the basketball club. And so are all those kids surrounding her.
Wonder if that's where the bullying started.
Sawa-sensei, you mentioned noticing something was wrong?
Well, only that Koda-san hasn't been herself lately.
Suspend him. Expel him. Kick those bullies the hell out of here. The video we took has all you need.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. For one thing, it would be quite problematic to use this video as evidence.
True. The school can't just come out and say, we've been recording your kids without consent.
Yes, and let us bear in mind, they still have their whole lives ahead of them. We cannot treat this lightly.
You're not saying we should look the other way, are you?
Hey, last night you said the total opposite, man.
If you intend to cover this up, let me just begin by saying...
No one is suggesting we cover it up.
Then we need to act now. We have no idea how close to the edge Koda-san could be. What if there's a chance? What if she does something drastic before tomorrow?
Elle est vraiment très investie dans son travail, mais cette passion obscurcit son jugement. En tout cas, ce qu'on peut faire, c'est leur péter la gueule en dehors du lycée. Hein, ça peut se faire, ça.
Pardon me for saying so, but bullying is rarely resolved by the victim and the perpetrator coming to a mutual agreement. Thus, a third party must intervene.
I presume you read that in a book somewhere. I can tell you from experience that no victim finds it easy to open up about their situation. Not to family, friends, anyone. It takes a tremendous amount of courage for a bullied child to come forth and seek help. So if we, as outsiders, are to intervene, we must consider the ramifications.
Even so!
No, I think the chairman's right. Making a big scene might only make things worse for Koda-san.
Come on, Talk. That's not like you. Someone's drowning right in front of your eyes, and you're just gonna watch him sink?
What I'm saying is, we have to put a stop to the bullying without getting the whole school involved. What started in that classroom will end in that classroom.
Uh-huh.
I'm sorry, but did you say you were a detective?
Name's Yagami.
And you want to put a stop to the bullying, like it's that easy. Tell me, where does all this confidence come from?
Ouais, je ferais mieux de faire attention à ce que je dis devant elle.
You think there's a real chance we could pull this off, Yagami-san?
I do. Can you bring up that video again?
Sure. One moment.
I think the secret to stopping the bullying is right here in this video.
Really? Then by all means, detective, enlighten us.
You don't have to be so condescending.
Nope, she's got a point. You gotta back up that claim. So what's this big secret you're talking about?
Le secret dans cette vidéo pour arrêter le harcèlement, c'est... Alors, le problème vient des élèves passifs. La victime devrait s'exprimer. La vidéo du harcèlement scolaire est la clé. Combien ils sont à côté? Ils sont 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 contre 5. Alors, la vidéo du harcèlement est la clé. Alors, la victime devrait s'exprimer. Je suis pas complètement... J'hésite entre ces deux-là.
It's those students sitting idly by. They're aware of the problem, but aren't doing anything to help.
Well, yeah, there's a whole flock of bullies. Get in their way, you're their next target. Adults do the same thing, honestly. Guess we're not so different from high schoolers.
Then we should hold some sort of trial and get the class involved? Is that what you're trying to suggest?
Again, something like that would only spread the issue. And that would only bring more pain to Kodo-san. Tell me, what is your suggestion, Yagami-san?
What I'm getting at is that it's the silence of all her classmates that's empowering these bullies. On the surface, we only see students turning their eyes as one of their own gets tormented. They feign disinterest, or pretend not to notice, because remember, that's the safest thing to do. But deep down, it kills them to see it.
Yeah, no shit.
So if the class could just express that, the pressure would then shift to the bullies. We have to tip the social balance in that classroom, become the voices of justice, of social law. Then, it's the bullies who become the outcasts. Would they keep running the risk of bullying if it meant social exile?
I can see how you arrived there.
Alright, so where do we come in?
We come in by giving the bystanders a voice. We're gonna be the spark that lights a fire. After all, the first voice matters the most.
Okay, so what's the plan here?
Tsukumo, how fast can you get your hands on a couple of mini speakers? I want to put them in the classroom where they can't be seen.
I can have them here momentarily, but I admit I don't really grasp the plan here.
I don't blame you. I honestly can't say it'll work, but I think it's worth a shot.
I see. In that case, I'll be back before school's out.
Chairman, I don't know what these detectives are planning, but I'll tell you this right now. I refuse to stand idly by while a student gets pushed to the breaking point.
Do you remember what I told you about the student who committed suicide? That affected Sawa-sensei profoundly. Perhaps she blames herself for being unable to prevent it, whatever the cause may have been.
I can see that.
As the chairman of this school, I don't want to let her down. So please, help her, Yakami-san. Help us all.
Après les cours.
How's it coming along, Yagamishi? No complications, I presume?
So far, so good. Looks like most of the students have gone home.
Do you have the speakers I gave you?
Yep, and they're just what I needed. You're the man, Tsukumo.
How about we save the praise for after our plan works out?
Anybody in the classroom right now?
In class 2-2? Let me check. Now that's odd.
What's wrong?
Well, that one's fine, but there's something wrong with the camera in the classroom building. The one on the second floor by the stairs.
Bizarre.
No, still getting a signal. Something might be blocking the lens?
All right, I'll check it out on the way.
Et quelqu'un qui a mis son gros cul dessus. Dommage, je peux pas sortir ma planche de skate. Non.
How does it look, Yagamishi? Anything unusual?
Let's find out. Huh? The heck is this?
Did you find something?
Yeah, a sticker on the lens.
On nous a repérés.
Yagamishi, behind you!
There he is! That's the pervert who set up the hidden camera! See, when you find a hidden camera, your first thought is to take it down. That's wrong. What you do instead is block the lens. That way, when the perv finally notices, he goes back to fix it and BAM! Caught in the act.
I get it, Amasawa. Just stay back. Hey, what is it you're doing over there?
I told you, he's trying to peep on us.
Oh, wow, that girl's pretty sharp. Looks like we've been caught red-handed.
Merde, si je me fais arrêter là, maintenant, on risque vraiment de me prendre pour un pervers.
Come on, let's catch him already.
On va lui casser sa gueule. Hein.
Stop!
Hey, wait!
Joli. Eh merde, dans quel bourbier je me suis fourré, je n'ai pas le choix, il va falloir grimper. Quelle agilité.
Are you safe, Yagamishi? Seems like you're in a bit of a pinch.
Yeah, you think?
On va grimper sur les tuyaux et les barres en acier. Le problème c'est d'arriver à déterminer sur quoi on peut s'accrocher. Ok.
Crap.
On risque de me repérer ici.
Yagamishi, you should see a ladder that goes up to the gym's roof. That's my advice.
Got it.
C'était par là que je voulais aller, j'ai pas compris pourquoi ils m'ont arrêté.
Don't panic, but the school just contacted security. Several guards are en route to your location.
Great. Just what I needed.
Est-ce qu'on a le bout là?
Looks like you've made it to the rooftop.
Where have you been watching from this whole time?
From the drone, Yagamishi. I found a spot that's pretty inconspicuous. From here, use the drone as a guide and jump from that roof toward the classroom. You're gonna have to clear a big gap.
Ok.
Right. I'll try not to die.
Alors, propos des sauts avec détente. Prenez de l'élan pour effectuer de grands sauts. La longueur du saut dépendra de votre vitesse. Quel athlète, notre ami.
Yagamishi, it looks like some of the guards have arrived. You think you can make it out of there?
I'll have to, somehow. But before that, I'm gonna need to set up these speakers.
Oui, c'est vrai qu'à la base, on était venu là pour ça.
Even after all that?
Yeah, I should be able to make a clean getaway, as long as I'm done before security gets too tight.
Are you serious?
It'll be fine. All I have to do is not get caught, right? Besides, I have the world's greatest hacker on my side.
You know very well I'm weak to flattery. But for the glory of Yokohama 99, I will not let you down, Yagamishi. Let's get this mission started.
Better be careful here.
Like I said, I should be able to help you get to your destination without incident. Make sure you don't lose that earpiece, okay?
Got it. Counting on you, Tsukumo.
Alors si c'est la classe 3-2, alors la classe 2-2 devrait être à l'étage d'en dessous.
Okay, makes sense.
Ça bouge.
Ah.
Il y a un truc à choper là-haut.
Damn. Not happening. And this was the shortest route to Class 2 too.
Nothing we can do but find another route. Give me a moment. Yagamishi, it seems the rooftop might be a more viable option. Let's abandon this route and try it, shall we?
Yeah. No sense waiting for the guards to just give up their posts. Let's check out the rooftop. Oh, I see now.
Regarde là. Non. Beaucoup trop de monde. C'est bon, on n'a pas volé.
The hell, another roadblock?
My apologies. I'm afraid that was a blind spot.
Well, shit.
Yagamishi, how many guards are there?
There's just one.
Just one? Well, in that case, let's just get that guard out of your way.
You got a plan?
Of course. Yagamishi, it's time to put that thing I gave you to use.
You mean this ball or whatever? What does it even do?
It's kind of like one of those anti-theft balls, actually. You fill that ball with powder or liquid and throw it at your target to blind them.
Right. So what's inside this thing?
Oh, just some peppers.
Peppers? Is this really gonna work?
Now, don't doubt the magician. Just take my word for it and let it fly.
Bombe fumigène. Quand vous êtes à couvert, passez le curseur sur l'ennemi. Appuyez sur R2 pour lancer la bombe fumigène. Une fois touché, l'ennemi ne pourra temporairement plus voir. Vous pouvez étrangler un ennemi touché par la bombe fumigène. Cependant, vous ne pouvez pas attaquer les personnes qui ne sont pas ouvertement hostiles.
Ah. Oh, damn. It worked like a charm.
What did I tell you? But, Yagamishi, that only works once. You'll have to procure a refill on your own.
Yeah, I got it.
Avec quoi? Il monte sur ce toit, dis donc, il n'y a pas beaucoup de cachettes si la sécurité me trouve impossible de m'échapper. des mecs là. Oups. Il va me gauler lui. Bien sûr.
Tsukumo, can you hear me? If I keep going down this way, I'll just end up back at the scene from earlier, right?
The landing where you were accused of being a pervert? Yes, that's correct.
You have any idea how it's looking right now?
I'll take a look. There's no sign of that sharp girl who framed you. The onlookers seem to have dispersed too.
Oh, then I'm good to go?
There is one guard posted there, but I'm sure you can get past him.
Yeah, piece of cake if he's alone.
Poudre fumigène. Ah la pièce, c'est bien ça. Ah ça me coûte de l'argent par contre. Ah je peux pas l'éliminer, ouais, ok. Sympa en termes de gameplay, c'est original par rapport à ce qu'on a connu avant.
Okay, I'm in class 2-2. Nobody in sight.
Roger that. Seems like those guards were no trouble for you.
Yeah, thanks to you. Well, better set up those speakers while I can.
Good luck.
Bon. Où est le bureau de Koda déjà? Si je me souviens bien, elle est assise par ici. Ok, donc il faut diriger les enceintes dans ce sens-là.
Tsukumo, could you say something through the speakers?
Oh, testing. Testing. Today's forecast calls for sunshine and heavy security.
Perfect. Your speakers are awesome, Tsukumo. Almost like you're in the room.
Does this mean your setup is complete?
Yeah, I've pretty much done what I can.
Oh, huh? Des trous duc.
Oh, no you don't. You stay your ass right there.
Go get Yakun and the boys.
Oh là là.
I see you got security all riled up. They've been looking all over for you.
Je crois qu'on va se marier.
You'd be dumb enough to stay. Could have sworn I saw you earlier at lunch. Now where have I seen that face? Oh, you're the guy from yesterday. The guy who stole my fucking phone. I'd say it's time for some payback.
Don't lose heart, Yagamishi. Already come this far.
Right. I can get through this.
Look, who the fuck are you and why are you in our school?
Ils ont ramené les costauds.
No answer? You're only making this worse on yourself, you know? You're here to swipe some girl's gym clothes or something?
Does this mean we could beat the entrance out of him?
Oh, yeah. We'll end up as heroes for breaking this nasty-ass pervert.
Sick! I always wondered what it'd be like to shatter a human bone. Whoa. What is this shit?
This guy doesn't mess around, Yakun. We all need to take him at once.
What? Holy shit!
Crap! Don't let him go!
Oh là, il a quand même la classe. Hein.
More than just your average creeper.
Le travail de mise en scène est vraiment très très bon. Hein.
You can't get caught now. They'll label you as a sex offender. You don't want that on the news, do you?
No, can't have that. Only one way out then.
Il reste plus beaucoup, hein. Je pense qu'on peut changer de posture. Hein. Qu'est-ce qu'il fait là? Il prépare un truc. Attaque mortelle. Lorsqu'un ennemi puissant émet une aura, c'est ce qu'on a vu, c'est le signe qui s'apprête à effectuer une attaque mortelle. Ces attaques infligent de lourds dégâts mais peuvent être parées si vous réagissez au bon moment. Ce type de contre-attaque s'appelle renversement mortel. Appuyez sur X pour esquiver une attaque mortelle juste avant qu'elle ne s'abatte sur vous. Cela fera apparaître 0 à l'écran. Appuyez rapidement sur, enfin je dis 0, sur rond pour contre-attaquer aussitôt. Vous savez maintenant comment effectuer chaque style de combat. Ok. Je vais me barrer. Je l'ai esquivé ou pas? Non, il a pas terminé. Hein. J'en aura plus qu'un, ça sera plus facile. Ah merde! Ah putain! Oui, il abuse un peu. Oh là là! Forcément, j'étais en train de faire une prise. C'est le dernier. Hein. Ouais. Ah merde! Bon, j'ai réussi à faire quelque chose. Et ben on s'en est sorti. Quel bordel on a foutu.
Should I have gone easier on them?
Never mind those guys. You need to make yourself scarce. Unfortunately, you're on your own from here. The three of us need to make our exit now too. We'll all regroup at the office, okay?
Got it.
Alors je devrais retourner à Yokohama 99, Keito et les autres doivent y être.
Oh man, you almost got arrested and put on the sex offender list.
There's no way I'd screw things up that bad.
In all seriousness, those bullies got what was coming. I kinda wish you messed them up worse. That way, they'd never bother Koda-san again.
Yeah, but that wouldn't really solve the problem. Not everything can be settled with a fight.
What? Wow, look who's talking.
But that's where those speakers come into play, isn't it?
Yeah, if everything goes as expected.
Hey, you did everything you could, right? So we'll see what tomorrow has in store.
Alors il est temps d'aller au lycée, de mettre un terme au cycle de harcèlement. On retourne là-haut. Ça va, il me laisse passer, eux. Les connards sont de retour.
Yo. So, are you gonna come out to lunch with us or what?
Don't you have anything more to say than that, Koda? Get your ass up. Come on. Matsun's really not in the mood to deal with your shit today.
I'll just eat lunch here, okay?
Huh? You're giving us lip now? I guess you won't be needing this stuff then.
We told you to get your ass up, you little slut. Oh, maybe you've started fucking guys on your lunch break now?
You're out here living the dream, aren't you?
Enough! Get your ass up!
What's the fucking holdup, Koda? You should be thanking us for even inviting you to come.
So slow. I can't fucking stand you.
Well, damn. So much for my appetite. You guys are making me sick.
Hey, who the fuck said that?
Trop fort.
We're making you sick, huh? You guys talking about us?
You see anyone else being assholes? Of course he's talking about you.
Yeah, I've about had it with you punks. This shit's getting old.
The fuck? Ganging up on the same girl day after day make you feel real big?
Unfucking believable that it takes 3 of them to do the job.
Seriously, you guys? You're taking Koda's side here? You know she's just a whore, right?
You okay, Koda-san? Just ignore these losers.
How low can you go? Calling someone a whore isn't gonna win you any points.
Right? Let's hear it for the picture of purity over here.
What the hell? Hey!
She can dish it, but she can't take it. Hope the boys are watching.
What?
What the fuck, man? If you want to talk shit, say it to my face.
What part of this don't you understand?
Yeah. You know what, guys? It's true. You guys just need to leave her alone.
He's right. He's totally right. What's your problem with her anyway?
Yeah, Koda didn't do anything wrong, guys. Exactly. So back off Koda-san already.
Stop acting like little punks. Get the hell out of here.
Weren't you guys going to lunch? Go choke on a chopstick.
Oh, how does it feel now?
Just get going, would you?
Yeah. Toss him out.
Trop fort.
What in the hell is going on here?
Hey, Watson. Fuck this.
Yeah. Let's just go.
Fuck it.
Mission réussie, bravo.
I've never seen those kids band together like that.
They all knew what was going on in there now. It can be hard to speak up even when you know something happening right in front of you is wrong. Not so different from adults, right?
Yagami-san, was everything we just witnessed part of your plan?
It's just psychology. There's this concept called the bystander effect. According to the psychologists, when a person witnesses an incident, there's 3 things that run through their mind if other people are in the vicinity. 1. If no one else acts, it must not be urgent. 2. If no one else acts, I don't have to take action either. And 3. If I take action alone, I'll embarrass myself. The result? Everybody stands there and nobody takes action. I just figured if I could get even one person to step up and raise their voice, it would spur the rest of them to push past their inability to act. Penguins are the same way. You ever seen a flock of them hesitating to take a leap into the sea? One takes the first plunge and the others all start following after him.
The first penguin, you say? It's a fascinating term for a display of bravery. I've heard it said that overseas in America, the first penguin is a symbol of respect.
So for Yagami-shi, that would mean your voice was the first penguin in that classroom.
I can't say for certain this resolved your bullying problem. But
c'est un bon début,
here's
ouais.
hoping it's at least a good first step.
They're gone. You should be safe from them for a while.
What do you say we monitor the situation for now? Might not be wise for adults to intervene just yet.
I suppose your plan has worked out for the better. But it should be teachers and administrators handling these matters, not detectives.
You know what? I couldn't agree more.
Then if you'll excuse me.
Oh, come on, man. Lighten up a little. You didn't have to rub it in her face.
You know what she thinks? She thinks we're some bums off the street trying to meddle in academic affairs.
Well then, I apologize on her behalf. But Yagami-san, that was some magic you worked there. Hard to admit this at my age, but I learned quite a bit from what you did.
I wouldn't go that far.
Good stuff, Yagami-san.
Naturally. I knew you would deliver.
Huh?
Cabinet d'avocat. Oh mince, j'ai oublié de leur dire qu'on allait à Yokohama.
Sorry, I have to take this. Hey, this is Yagami.
This is Shiosaki. Do you have a minute?
Sure.
Je pense que c'est l'affaire du tribunal qui va
I have a rather urgent request for you.
qui va remonter.
It concerns a trial we've been involved with.
Listen, sorry, son. I'm a little busy. I don't know if I could take a rush job at the moment. We aren't even in Kawachi right now. Actually, I'm in Yokohama.
Really? That's interesting.
I'm helping Sugiura out with a case for his new agency. We're on site right now. At SEIRYO High School. Sorry, son? You there?
SEIRYO High? Somewhere near Yijincho? Is that the school?
Have you heard of it?
A college-age student teacher from that school went missing about 2 months ago. It was all very sudden.
Huh. I think I heard something about that, actually.
He himself was a SEIRYO High graduate. He'd returned to his alma mater to finish his teaching credential.
Just a sec. How do you know so much about this?
The teacher's name is Hiro Mikoshiba, and his body was discovered a few days ago. They found him in one of Ijincho's abandoned buildings.
Huh?
The body was badly decomposed, but Kanagawa police have just released his identity. Moments ago, in fact.
Moments ago?
This gonna end today?
Thing is, someone else knew Mikoshiba was dead, before the police even confirmed it. A sex offender, Akihiro Ehara. I defended him in court. The day Mikoshiba disappeared, Ehara was arrested at the station for groping. He's also an active duty officer.
So you're saying he committed the murder too?
No. The victim was still alive while Ehara was at the station in Tokyo committing sexual battery. He was caught and arrested on the spot. And he's been in jail for the 2 months since.
So if I have this right, he has an alibi for the murder?
Right. But there's more to it. A few days ago, someone lit flares at the location of Mikoshiba's body. It obviously couldn't have been Ehara, so I suspect that's the real culprit. But whoever that is somehow connected to Ehara.
Otherwise, there's no other way he could have known about the body.
Exactly. There's clearly more to Ehara than an officer turned groper. More than likely, he's an accomplice to murder.
Elle a pas parlé de sa fille encore.
Okay. So do we have a motive?
Enfin, de son enfant, je sais plus si c'est une
4
fille
years
ou un
ago,
fils.
Ehara's only
Un
son
fils, voilà.
hung himself in their home. He was a student at SEIRYO High at the time. And the way Ehara sees it, his death was the result of bullying at the hands of his classmate, Mikoshiba.
You mean it's revenge? In that case, could he possibly have hired someone else to kill the guy in his stead?
It's highly likely. As for my request, I'd like to see what you can find out. Mikoshiba's murder is too suspicious. Up until today, I wrote Ehara off as just another train groper. But he got arrested for that on the exact day that Mikoshiba was killed. It can't be a coincidence.
I mean, you couldn't ask for a better alibi than being arrested for a different crime, right? Otherwise, the cops would have pinned him as suspect number 1.
But groping as an alibi? Why go to all that trouble? There had to have been a better way than that. I'm worried. As his attorney, I have to admit there's a chance Ehara planned this, which means I've made a critical oversight. Even worse, I let a misguided court issue a verdict. I can't allow that to stand. I need to reconsider both the harassment and the murder. Because I think the truth is these cases are one and the same.
C'est sûr.
All right. Well,
C'est même relié à notre affaire ici.
what can I do for you?
Can you see if anyone at SEIRYO High will talk about Mikoshiba? Right now, we need more information. And the first thing we should focus on is how and why he disappeared. That could give us a lead.
So, does this mean you're hiring me?
It does. Consider it an official request, if you would.
Okay, I'm on it. No better feeling than when the jobs line up perfectly.
Et bien voilà, fin du premier chapitre. Toutes nos histoires convergent. Hâte de voir ce qu'on va découvrir dans le prochain chapitre.